Well, good morning to you, good morning. Another day. Yeah, Friday the 22nd of September 2023. And, I get up and I sniff the air, as it were, to try and think, am I gardening today or am I spending the day indoors? But I don't know, there's a strange sort of light this morning. There's even a very slight little bit of I don't think the camera can see that, there's a little bit of a rainbow forming in the cloud. I don't know, can you see that? Yeah, maybe we're not going to be flooded and need to build arks and things today. That will be a bonus, wouldn't it? But what are we going to do? I don't think I'm going to put a wash load in. I think that's a decision. No washing today. And I don't think I'm going to be up ladders today. Oh, I'll think of something. Well, the kittens failed to go viral this time, so we really better work hard at getting some films to get lots of views. Yeah, as if I worry about such things. It amuses me, but I don't worry about it. Now, something that many of you are interested in is things like old tin plate toy trains, and I'm going to use the word toy rather than model because, well, I don't know what end of the market Jep was aiming for, but these are actually pretty nasty. This particular one, when I first looked at it, the wheels had gone out of gauge, and that axle has actually got a kink in it. And I'm looking at it, trying to work out how, without destroying anything, you get these axles out. They've got a little keeper, but the way the wheels are held in place is there's a crimp in the axle, and yeah, they are just pretty nasty, really. And I was looking at the body of this, and there's always that debate about preserving patina or patina, depending what school you went to, or restoring it to how it was when it was new, or maybe doing something completely different with it. I look back at the put my teeth in, Shade Tree Railway, and Brother George had his own colour scheme for things. And why not? When it's yours, you do with it what you choose, not what everyone tells you to do. These, well, yes, they are collectible, but they're not exactly rare, and this one has been vandalised. I don't know who scratched RU or RU in the roof, and I actually think what we're going to do with this one is clean it all up, but then paint it in the scheme of trains that I was more familiar with. I think that's what I'm going to do with it. These just have this loop on one end, and at the other end they have a very, very simple hook which pivots and wobbles about and is quite sufficient for hooking onto the vehicle in front. But of course it does mean that you can't, within a train, you can't turn one vehicle round because they've got this loop on one end and a hook at the other. The buffers, I'm not sure what metal they're made out of. I'm guessing it's some sort of what an Englishman will call Mazak, but a lot of people will call it Zamak. You know, that sort of muck metal that goes pretty nasty with age and moisture. I think that's what they're made out of. So there we are. Made by JEP, or JEP, before 1963, certainly after 1938, because of course SNCF was only formed in 1938. But there we are. I'm going to throw that on the bench in the carriage works, and we'll leave it a few days and then think what we're going to do with it. And I thought we'd just come back into the Faber carriage works and see what progress we're making. Well, none with that at the moment, but I've put the name board for my little charrette up there. That name board didn't come off that charrette, it came off a boat that I once owned. Anyway, I digress. What are we doing? Well, this is the tailgate, if you like, and it's cracked and nasty, and the hinges go on the inside because that hook there gets the chain that goes from that hook to that hook. So I've cut myself a nice piece of oak to go on the other side of that. Then that, instead of being screwed, that will be carriage bolted, and that will pull that all straight and hold it nicely together. But even that isn't really what I thought we'd look at. If kittens don't go viral, we need to try something else, don't we? And something that you all like, all my loyal regular viewers, is you like old toys and you like tools. Now, that's a nice little box, isn't it? If your parents had been very rich in, shall we say, 1958, you might have got a big Meccano set for Christmas. I still suffer with the inferiority complex that I only ever got small Meccano sets for Christmas. However, I've now got this little box here. Sadly, it doesn't contain everything that it once contained, but it does contain some things. If you're going to build things in Meccano, you need spanners that fit the little machine screws. And with a big Meccano set, you would have only actually got a couple of these, but we seem to have a plethora of little Meccano spanners, and a few washers and a little Meccano, well, it's a sort of half a hinge. And who remembers playing with these? Now, I don't remember hexagonal nuts with Meccano sets. We always had little square nuts and machine screws, and these are great fun if you've got a carpet in the living room and they get hoovered up and they rattle around inside the vacuum cleaner. But there we are, there's some interesting things, and a little hook from Meccano crane. What a wonderful, wonderful thing. Right, I'm going to go and edit this video, and then what am I going to do? I don't know, I'll think of something.